Wait for it. God, go away. Okay. We're live. Not live. We're recording.
We're doing it. We're back
Yeah.
again. Cole, why don't you introduce to our audience our lovely friend and guest for tonight?
See, your hand motion went this way, but she's over. She's over here. She's this way.
You know what? I'm just gonna do like this. So
Okay,
I'll cover all my bases.
For me, she's that way.
Why don't you introduce our?
Wait, my camera's. She's that way. Okay.
You know what? Whatever. Why don't just do it?
This is Nghi.
And enough back talk. Okay.
This is Nghi. I'm gonna butcher it. Nghi Pham.
Ah.
Yes.
All right, we can end the episode now. We already got the big win out of the way.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yes. She is good friend of both of ours. Writer, director, producer. And I mean, you kind of do a lot of different things. I don't think you act though, but you.
No, I don't.
It's about time that you probably add that to the list.
No.
All right, your audition is coming up in the next 2 seconds. No. Yes, we're excited to have you here.
That sounds really excited. Yeah.
I'm really excited because
You're really selling the emotion.
No, dude, I haven't spoken.
Yeah.
I haven't spoken to Nghi in like a year, so I'm just like,
Jesus
yes.
Christ.
Yeah, I know. It's been like a year.
No, it's girl. I have
Mm-hmm.
Wow,
So
that's.
I'm like, I've got like a leg shake going on with my restless leg syndrome, so I'm just like, yes, dude. Cause Nghi's like my favorite.
Thank
I'm
you.
just gonna pretend like I'm not here and I didn't hear that, but that's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean, I can't.
Is Nghi not your favorite?
I mean, sure, yeah, obviously.
No, he doesn't know.
All right. Well, I guess we can get started. I brought my awkward tea, so it's really hot
Perfect.
still.
I have my cup of something, probably water, but it sounds like a little bit.
Okay, good. We're gonna be sipping on this a lot because
Yeah.
I don't have anything.
I'm gonna pretend I'm sleeping because there's nothing inside here.
Yeah.
Okay,
there you
that's
go.
good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, Braydan, you have the script, I believe, that we will be reading today. This was written on our first episode. I haven't told Nghi anything about it.
That's the best
Yeah.
way to go
I'm
in.
like, I was waiting. Like, is he gonna send me the script any soon?
Mm-mm.
And then it's the meeting, and I'm like, I guess I'm gonna read it right now.
No, this is the proper way of going into a Braydan and Cole script, completely blind and against your will.
Yeah.
Against my will. Yeah.
Prepare yourself.
Okay.
Right.
Yeah. I don't know. She's not ready.
That's very ominous.
Yes.
All right.
Braydan, what's our status?
I am working on it.
Braydan, we're ready.
Yeah.
It always comes down to me, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does. This is.
Well, fuck. I'm trying.
You can probably film a feature film right now. It's
Yeah.
probably finished before Braydan opens up the script.
All right. Let's see.
Well, you know what? While you
It-
do that, Nghi, is there anything you want to share? Any exciting things you want to share? We don't have an audience
Any
yet.
exciting?
Yeah, we don't have an audience
Okay.
yet. But if you want to plug something and we get an audience later
Please.
on, then go ahead.
Yeah.
Wait, so does it need to be relevant or?
No.
It can be anything.
Anything you want.
Okay, somehow I just got my gal like 2 days ago.
Yay!
And it's orange. I love the orange. And somehow I was in the photo shoot for the commencement for SCAD, which means you guys might see my big face on the screen in the commencement, which I don't know if we're gonna like it, but if you there, the commencement you see.
I remember I walked across. I'm a graduate student, folks, but I walked across the stage and the dude was like, "Hurry up!" It just scared me. But yeah, no, it'll be great for you, Nghi. I'm positive, but what's the best way for me to do this?
Hey, wait, how can I? Is it on? Like, let me see. How can I?
I have it shared here, Cole.
Yeah, I see that. I'm just
I see it.
Our faces are just kind of small. Wow, it's kind of dark. Hold on. Hold for striking. I missed. I got it. Okay. Oh.
I took it away so our faces would be bigger.
Right, but then we can't read it.
Well then,
so
our faces are just
this is our first time doing
right
this.
now.
But you know it's fine.
Our faces are just gonna have to be small right now.
Yeah, our faces will be small, and I'll blow them back up for the end reaction.
Cool. All right.
Are you gonna edit it? Oh, okay.
We can edit stuff if you say something and you're like, I don't put that in. We can do that, absolutely. I've said many things that I haven't edited out, but I probably should have. Anyway.
That's content, baby.
Right, so,
how can I make it big?
Don't do that.
Yeah, why is it so skinny, Braydan? It's like skinny.
I'm trying to... Is this better?
Oh! Yes.
Cool. All right.
I think.
Sure. See if I can...
So, do we want to cast people?
Cole, how would you like to do it, buddy?
Dude, I'm not the leader of this shindig. What do you mean? What? How about Nghi reads action?
Okay.
And then
this test.
Yeah, Braydan, you be. Who do you resonate with more? I think we both resonate with Stanley.
I feel
more.
attached to both. You want to do Stanley? I'll do the monster then.
Okay.
Okay. All right.
Here we go.
Take it away, Nghi.
Okay. Interior. Where's the title? Okay. Sways. Is that the title?
Oh, the title I think is. Wait, it's just Midnight Snack, isn't it?
Yeah,
okay.
The title
Midnight
is Midnight Snack.
Okay, Midnight Snack. Interior studio apartment, midnight. POV security footage. Cramped. Everything is right on top of each other. Some furniture is just unpacked pieces. The mattress is barely off the floor, a wire frame barely hanging on. Airy groans. Either a rusted part or the AC finally kicking in. Stanley, male 30s, enters, slumped over as he walks. Darcy coveralls, shedding dirt with each step. Is there a way you can make it bigger?
Is this better?
Okay, this is better. Sorry, it's my eyes. He sets his wallet down on the kitchen counter. As he walks, he kicks off his shoes and makes his way to his bed. Goes in and lets out a big sigh. Stanley shuts his eyes and lies peacefully for a couple beats, but not for long. Tossing, turning, the sheets are getting jumbled up. Stanley lets out a big sigh and opens his eyes. Claws appear from underneath the bed. It's a slow drag as the board splinters with marks. Stanley bolts up, quickly scrambles for his POV smartphone video, where he aims it at the sound. Nothing there, well, unless you count the rolling eye in the shadows.
For what?
Release.
Stanley reaches further underneath, pushing the pole closer to the eye, straining. Whoosh! The monster swipes at the foal. Stated. POV security footage. Stanley nearly falls off the bed. He swings back on top of the mattress, almost hiding underneath the covers.
If you're talking about releasing a magazine of lead in your ass, you might be on the right track.
An evil laugh, shrill and distorted. It makes Stanley quiver. Stanley. Oh, sorry. Stanley covers even more, just his eye poking out his covers.
The urination. I can smell it. Ready to leak from your butt.
What the?
A loud sniffing, uncomfortably long and loud. Stanley leaps to his feet, scrambles over to the couch. The monster becomes a shadow on the floor and quickly traverses, bouncing from shadow to get under the couch.
Stanley, let me
Don't fucking say.
beast.
Oh.
And your pig.
Yeah, I got that.
A moment, Stanley does a little dance.
May I?
Stanley looks on the coffee table next to him, an open box of knickknacks. Picking it up, he chucks the contents underneath the couch, one by one.
Stanley, you.
No. Like, what the fuck?
The room begins to rumble. Stanley's balance nearly falters. Then, the monster releases a deafening screech. The couch begins to rumble and objects from around the apartment like boxes, drawers, pots, and pans.
You will.
The TV, barely nailed to the wall, flickers to life. Stated, then a natural documentary of a flowing river, then news footage from a rainy day in Seattle, and the music video from TFC Waterfalls.
Jesus, please, no!
Stanley crouches down, pillows, and covers his head, rocking back and forth.
Submit.
Crack! The water pipes burst from within the walls. Slowly, the room begins to fill with dirty water. Stanley screams out.
Ah! I'm not pissing in your mouth.
And then it stops. All of it. The flying objects drop to the floor. The TV turns off. The pipes subside. The erupting water.
Oh shit.
A claw finger creeps up from underneath the couch, taps on Stanley's shoulder. It fidgets restlessly.
Dude, where's your bathroom?
Are you kidding?
Silence.
You live here. How the fuck do you not know?
An even louder and deeper rumble is coming from the far corner of the room. Two glowing eyes, larger and more imposing than the monsters, appear.
I know where you can piss. Some bitch.
And there we go.
What'd you think, me? Initial thoughts?
I'm in awe. I have no idea what's going on.
That's the beauty of it, I
Yeah.
think.
Yeah.
Can you explain, guys? Like, why?
Cole, you wanna-
did you... Yeah.
Oh, you want to take that away?
So, Braydan, a few weeks ago, was like, I want to write about a monster, like a dude he has to pee, but there's a monster under his bed. And then I was like, does the monster want to drink it?
And so I said, he didn't before, but now he does.
Yeah, now he does. And so it's a perverted monster trying to drink the dude's pee.
Mm-hmm.
The concept is totally interesting, and I think is original.
Hey, there we go.
This is what it took to be
Yeah.
original.
Yeah.
Improvise, yeah. Is it? I'm still in shock. Well, I didn't quite understand the end because I was also
Oh, why don't you
focused
take
on.
that one away too, huh?
Yeah, well, so the end, it's supposed to be, oh, the monster has to pee because he did all of the waterfalls on the TV and like all of the water and stuff. And so now he has to pee, but
make
now there's a
Stanley
monster
pee.
for him that wants to drink his pee, so it's like a barrel of monkeys.
Like a, yeah, it's like a ladder.
Like a
Pee.
ladder, yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It's like trickle down, as you could say.
Yeah.
Okay,
We're trying.
that's funny, I guess. No, I think it's funny. I love the writing. Like I always love writing. We've been working on a few projects. I was thinking at the beginning. I was thinking, okay, this is gonna be like a drama, and then later the monster come out. So I'm like, okay,
Nope.
this is horror. And then no, the conversation goes on. I'm like, oh, this is horror comedy.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I just
Yeah, that is exactly the roller coaster that we wanted to take people on with
yeah.
this.
The
I
look.
think so. No, I think I think the first page is really interesting.
Mhm.
The conversation goes on, and I was kind of like hard to. I guess the thing I like about the script is funny, and there's a lot of like tension and everything. And the concept is original, like I said. But I think I was struggling to find who is the man need to see. You know, like I was trying to understand either of the character. I was trying to see what perspective I'm in. Maybe I'm just always in my director head all the time. I'm always eager to see whose perspective is that. And in the middle, I kind of lost. But then the end is quite surprising again.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But that's my overall thoughts.
Yeah. I just I look over to you having the realization, and it was just
Yeah.
because you couldn't believe what we were doing. Yeah.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Oh man. Yeah. Well, but it seems like you liked it overall.
I do. I love horror. I don't know if I ever tell you I love horror.
Yes.
I actually did not know that. Wow, crazy.
You absolutely did not know that?
I did not know that.
Wait, you're a fan of Hereditary, right?
Yeah, I love Hereditary.
Yeah, I watched that.
And
I love that
love-
movie
I love-
too.
Well, I like to watch horror, but the film I love is like more like thriller type. So the more monster and ghosts in a film, the less I'm gonna interested in it. But your script is different because like now the reason why I said that is because horror movies normally fall into like a cliche way of like jump scares, and then you trying to get out of your house, but then you turn the door and it cannot be opened, that kind of thing. The monster is different. Like you guys have the horror, but the comedy genre also, which makes it like. First of all, I think it's really funny that we know the presence of the monster in your script. Like we don't. It's scary, but it's also there. why other horror movies, most of them gonna try to hide the monster for most of the film, and what you, especially like nowadays film, since somehow all the film is so dark now that you
That's
barely
true,
see
yeah.
the monster. It's just your imagine of the monster from the film. So I love how you guys have the actual presence of the monster, and I think that's make it really new. Another thing is your monster has character. I mean, it's comedy. Each character should have a character.
Very true.
Yeah, the reason why I love Hereditary is because they're actually not a supernatural like third parties until like the very end of it. And it's not even like the end is not even really supernatural for me. It's still like spoiler alert.
Oh yeah.
It's still it's still one of the character.
Yeah.
But yeah, I love Parasite and I love Hereditary, and I always want to do something that like really thrilling kind of thing. I feel like I always fail at doing thriller genre, but hopefully after graduation I can get into like that thriller genre more. I love it.
Oh yeah.
So you're you're a director. Would you make this film?
Yeah, it's like an exit survey.
Oh, I see how it's coming.
You can't leave the Discord until you sign the agreement forms, okay? So like we'll keep you here like a saw trap.
How about let's do a deal. I'm gonna make the first page of the film, and in the comedy you get into it.
Oh no.
Deal.
Okay,
I'll
I'm really
take that. We'll take that.
I'm really bad at comedy. I don't know how people find me funny or not, but I'm really bad at comedies.
It's funny because you are one of the funnier people I know.
Yeah.
No, I'm not.
You are.
This would be a very good opportunity just to see, just to prove to yourself
Yeah.
how funny you are.
I'm a comedy person.
Yeah. Yeah. Just try.
All
it
it
out.
takes is a little bit of confidence.
Yeah. I mean, your thesis was good.
Oh, thank you so much.
Yeah. I really.
Did Braydan watch it? You do you understand it? Well, I think this is not relevant to the script.
Oh well. I still liked your thesis.
Are we allowed to talk about it?
We can
No,
talk
okay.
about
Yeah,
whatever
yeah. I
we
think
want.
we can.
Alright.
Our future audience doesn't have the context for it, so if you want to give a quick synopsis, we can talk about it a little
Yeah,
bit.
go for it.
Or you can cut it out. I don't know.
No, we're not cutting
I
this
mean,
out.
I can. Okay, I can talk. So, Braydan is the screenwriter of my thesis, and it's about a young Austrian woman tried to find a job, and she's getting trouble at it. She's so struggling. Why she always need to deal with her really noisy, enigmatic neighbor, and until surprising or like unexpected encounter happens that I try to say it in a way that not spoil people. It's just like a change happen that makes her in a different shoe and understand her life and her neighbor's life more. Okay, I think that's pretty good.
Yeah, pretty good.
Yeah. So the thing is, like, me and Cole talk about a little bit to text, I think.
Yeah.
Because I sent him a link, and I was curious how people that hasn't know anything about the film seeing, and do they still understand the story? Because as a director, I stick with it for too long that I don't even know how I feel about the film.
Yeah. You get too attached to
Yeah.
something that you've spent so much energy on over so long that you need to externalize it through someone else.
Yeah. And if we
So
ever
cool.
have audience, go watch it, guy. I don't know where you're gonna watch
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
When it's uploaded, we'll go back in the
Yeah.
description and include
Yeah.
the link
Yeah. Well,
so people can go to
Oh
it.
yeah.
do you want us to like? We can put your website on the screen or something. You want your website on the screen?
Yeah.
We'll just.
Yeah.
Wow.
Bam! There you
I don't know,
go.
Or maybe you can.
Bam!
Maybe you can link my website later because I'm changing
Oh,
my
yeah,
website
sure, yeah.
right now.
Whatever.
Yeah, you
Okay,
just
okay.
let us
Calmly,
know.
calmly put the link, and then get a screen grab. Whoop! Bam!
Yeah,
There you go.
just.
Give it
Yeah,
some energy.
yeah, his screen wrap. Yeah.
I don't
But
know.
there's a little bit comedy in my thesis, I think. There's a little bit comedy.
Yeah. Well, there's a lot to your thesis that I really appreciated. And now I've opened this door. Now I have to be thoughtful and smart. So
The world's watching, Cole.
yeah,
They're watching your.
Shut up,
critique.
Brayden. No, I really love like how it's how you set the scene, because it's this fade in to this Austrian girl on this bed, and it's just like, oh, this is, and then the music really helps kind of set this tone, and I'm just like, I'm immediately immersed in this world, and then you kind of watch.
It just came music, by the way. Just came music.
Okay, but you're gonna pick great music, so it's fine.
Yeah.
But the lighting's not temporary. The lighting was great. The lighting seemed natural.
He's not temporary, guys. I don't know.
So the lighting is temporary also,
Oh.
Cole. At the end, we're gonna change all
We're
the
gonna
lighting.
change all that.
That's
So it's
how
gonna be
it is.
moonlight.
Like throw that shit
Okay.
in Blender and do new lighting.
You're gonna 3D model everything. You're gonna 3D model the whole movie. Oh my gosh. But I really liked it.
Nee, actually, I do have a question from your
Okay,
perspective. Did you, coming into this project, and you may have told me when you pitched it to me, but I don't remember, did you have any like filmmaker influences that influenced the visual style of the movie? Because when I watched it, it felt like something to me, but I want to hear from your perspective if you were pulling from any kind of specific source, like a specific filmmaker, specific movement, specific era. Like, where were you kind of getting these visual cues from?
Okay, so I was really looking into like modern themes. What I'm talking about modern themes, contemporary themes, and I have a lot of inspiration from past lives and everything everywhere all at once, which is like it's so many different genres, like drama, and then everything everywhere all at once is like fantasy, melodrama, or maybe drama comedy. And then there was also a French movie that I was watching, which is The Takes of Planes. I watch a lot. That it's hard to tell that which really the main inspiration of the film. I wish what I think what I keep referring to is probably the Everything Everywhere All at Once. Yeah.
Okay. Interesting.
But-
Interesting.
I mean, you know, I'm a student director audience, so it's not as good at Everything Everywhere All at Once, but you know, we learn from the races. Yeah.
Yeah.
Me,
Definitely.
your lack of confidence bothers me, because everything I've seen you do
It's
is
not
been-
lack of confidence. It's just being humble. Something that you could probably learn.
Okay,
from,
fine.
Cole.
She's being too humble, because everything I've seen her do is amazing. And that's like not
Thank you for the compliment.
not as a student filmmaker, but as a filmmaker in general. Like, I'm always just like, wow, she thought of that, and I've got people running over their dads or whatever in my films.
You're landing that plane. It was almost there.
Yeah, yeah.
So it was really hard in production. Braydan probably doesn't know because I try to keep that away from Braydan. He's
Shielding
the
it
writer,
from me
he
like a
needs to
child
focus
of
on that.
divorce. Like, didn't want to tell me.
Well, no one on production know what's happening in production, and I'm the only one. Which tried to put all of that together. Because if you see in the credit, I'm also the producer of the film. It was extremely hard. So many things falls up last minute, and I wanted to like desperately begging people to help me on this and on that. Yeah, but the film turned out so great, and I love it so much. And I hope that the audience, if you have a chance, or if the film's gonna be public when you see this, I hope that you guys gonna like it. It's my first attempt as like professional film, I guess.
Yeah.
It's my debut film, yeah.
Yay! I can't wait to see
Actually,
the final product, honestly.
Yeah,
I'm so excited.
it's gonna be really exciting. I'm gonna ask another question as an interviewer. I think I'm gonna ask because you were saying how there were some troubles that you ran into. From the perspective, you're technically still a student filmmaker, but you've had some experience. I mean, you're about to graduate. So, if you're gonna say anything to a young freshman student filmmaker or someone in high school who's just getting started, and they're encountering a lot of the same problems that you did making this movie, what would you tell to them? What would you say to get over that hump?
Okay. I think learning from my experience and all other people, other students and other teachers around me, I think freshmen, no matter years that you beginning doing films, doing music video, commercial, I would say something like, I would say really believe in yourself, and at the end of the day, it's your film and you the only one probably or like the most the person who cared about it the most. So be gentle to people, but also pushing them hard.
Push them a little bit, yeah.
Because no one really understands your vision, and because sometimes people are too busy, they would not put a lot of effort in if you go too easy on them. So just try to push them hard and go as detailed as possible. Basically, I know that for my thesis, and I was having senior 2 with Professor Lubomir Kotka, which you can search his IMDb. He's great.
Photo right here. Bam, bam, bam.
Oh no.
Yeah. I need to write. The script is 11 page, I think. The production script is 11 page. I wrote a 30-page analysis of every scene. That's how Lubo wanted to be. Wow. And it's not even paragraph. It's just like list of things, but it's 30 page. So it's like every scene is gonna be like 2-3 page. And it was like 11 or 12 scenes. Oh no, it's like, I think the production is where we ended with like 14 scenes. I'm trying to remember the exact number. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 scenes. But after production, we cut it down to I think like 14, 13. Yeah. But like, I absolutely have like every scenes has like 2-3 page analysis. And I think that's how you should approach your film. Like, you should really go deep down on the script to understand your vision and to understand what you actually thinking in the film. Yeah. That's just like before I do shot design or other things. That's like, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
You've always, for as long as I've known you, you've been very detail oriented.
Yeah.
It's a good trait to have though for films, because it prevents. I mean, I'm sure you had problems during all of that, but it prevents other problems from popping up because you were so focused on the details.
Yeah.
But one thing that really separates a good film from a great film, no matter the people you bring in, is a great vision. But if you have that from the outset and that stays this consistent throughout production, doesn't matter how many flubs you're going to run into with lighting or whatever. If you have that great vision that you remain faithful to, you're going to come out with something that's pretty special.
Yeah, but yeah, I totally agree. I think in conclusion, what I want to say to the filmmakers is really believe in yourself, because I think you will need to go deep down to your vision and pushing people hard, and you will need to believe in yourself and push yourself hard. I think that is the only way to have a film finish successfully and beautifully, and you don't regret making it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Mm-hmm.
So even though that was technically a conclusion question, as if we were ending, I actually do have another question.
Yeah.
And this is because I wasn't a part of, most of this project until you brought me in just to give feedback. But what was because I believe you told me about this idea. We used to be co-workers until stuff happened, but
Used to be.
yeah,
used to be.
I know.
Used to be.
I'm
Yeah,
trying.
he left.
Long time ago.
He left me by myself.
I'm trying to come back. Well, you're graduating, so you're not even gonna be there. That's so sad.
Yeah. How could you, Cole? How could you?
Braydan also left.
Well, I left not as Cole, ask your damn question.
No excuse. Okay,
Oh,
go on. Cole.
Yeah.
I don't
Yeah.
want to talk about this. I'm so
sorry. I'm so sorry. I didn't want to leave. I wanted to come back. What was my question? Oh. Okay. So it seems like you and Braydan were kind of working on expanding this idea and creating that script. What was the beginning process? This is a writer show, so what was the beginning process of that like?
Oh, should I be the one answer? I thought Braydan. Did you, Braydan? You
Go for it,
answer.
Nee. Well, let's see
okay.
from your
Yeah,
perspective.
yeah,
and I
let's
can give from mine.
Yeah, let's give both answers.
Because I'm so interested to hear from Braydan. Okay, I'm
Okay.
gonna tell my next one. So I have this idea, probably like in around spring 2024. I was about to do a totally different film, which I'm gonna do, I think, maybe in the future, which was like a really great concept and everyone's so interested in it, but I was so struggling to expand the concept into the story because it just feels a little bit cliche. And then there was a day that I come back and I dream. You know those dreams that you like, your eyes is closed but your conscious is still awake. So it was kind of that dream, and then I hear a voice from my dream, which is you gonna hear in my film, which is the Vietnamese line of people like doing street crying outside, selling food, which really remind me of my hometown, my childhood. And that idea comes, and that is when I want to do the film, and I want to do a thesis that relevant to my culture, and that's simple. Well, it turns out not that simple, but it was simple at the concept. And then I was thinking, at that time, I didn't have enough time to work on the concept that much. So I think during summer I was working on another project, which Braydan was the writer of it. Yeah,
Mhm.
right? Yeah, I need to confirm. And I was the director of it, and I work on that. So I know that I need another writer on board to help me write it. And the first writer is a Vietnamese American writer. And he's from Atlanta. He's really great. He's really sweet. He most of the time he's a filmmaker though. So there was no problem with him. We was trying over the summer, but because he was too busy and me also really busy. And he's a filmmaker, so it takes him really long to to get a draft done. So over the summer, I think we finished only 2 drafts, which at that point I think is kind of slow. And he also honest with me that he has a lot of things going on, and he might have delaying on the draft, and he doesn't want to, delay my thesis because really there's like a deadline and checkpoint for things. So I bring Braydan on board because at that time I finished working with Braydan. Maybe it was not finished. I don't know. Is it finished at that time?
Yeah.
Oh, the story wise finished. Production wise, it was still in pre-production and production. And I love Braydan writing, and I just love his workflow, and he do things so fast. And like Braydan actually understand what I want as a director, and he wrote it beautifully on the paper. Because as a filmmaker, my thoughts of writing story just like A to B, but he make the way that it's A to like less a B. Like it's not too on the nose, but it's also really beautiful and has subtext to it, and it makes everything deeper, which is really good. And he always try. I feel like somehow your writing, I don't feel cliche, but my writing I always feel cliche in it. Like I get goosebumps whenever I read my writing. Also a note, maybe if you're not as good as script writing, get a script writer.
That is some good advice to give out to the people.
No, for real. Because I think so many filmmakers try to write script by themselves and they think they're the best. But some do. Some are really good at writing and directing. Some are not. And I would say most directors I know, they're not really good at script writing. And they always want to collab with a script writer. And it's always good to collab with people because you bring opinions on board and you bounce it off. But back to the beginning of how it is. I got Braydan on board, and from that it just flows. Like we going through a few drafts and I keep feedback. I was really impressive that Braydan understand what the story is so quick, because like I said, my thesis is a cross-culture kind of thing. It's like setting in America, and then one of the characters is Vietnamese immigrants, and the other one at the end turns out also an immigrant. Like at the very sound the last draft is like we turn the main character to an immigrant also. So it was I was worried because I also write Vietnamese lines in it, and it's just like I don't know how you did it. How can you get the story so fast? I think it's I'm impressed.
You're surprised that a corn-fed white boy from the South was able to do this, and let me tell you, I was also impressed.
Dude, you are that good though. I mean, I've seen
I
you
appreciate
crank
it.
out some stuff. It's yeah. Anyway,
So
Yeah.
if you're concluded on your side, Nee, I can get into my side.
Yeah.
So
Go.
So I like to, when I write, there's like 2 spheres in my head. When I'm writing my own ideas, I'm like an architect and I just build everything on my own, and I already have like a clear vision and I just go with that. And maybe I get some people to read notes and then I'll restructure, I'll go back and make more blueprints and build again. But when I'm writing an idea that someone else's, that comes with me, I feel like I'm a scientist and experimenting with their ideas, but just kind of sprinkling in my own little flavors to it. So actually when you came with the idea at first, I was like, okay, I think I understand. This is a story about finding human connection in a world where you feel so closed in, like everything's about to crumble, and you finding that one human connection can change everything for you. and like just like hearing the dynamic between the characters and some of the other elements, I was like, this feels like a comedy to me. So that's what I wrote the very first draft as a comedy, and I thought it was fun. I mean, it was cool, but it definitely wasn't the vision.
It was really fun.
Yeah, it wasn't the vision though, but I feel like that was a necessary step for me to understand everything. So it's like when you're writing for someone else, sometimes you kind of just like test the boundary of the filmmaker's vision. It's just like, how much can I get away with going so far out of left field from what they came with originally that maybe unlocks a new line of sight further down the horizon. It's like they want to go left, I turn right really quick, and in that confusion we get to, we see there's like a road further down. It's like, that's where we want to go. And so I think we went through about 6 drafts, and we did 6 drafts in like 2 months, 3 months maybe. I can't remember, something like that. It was, yeah, we were blowing it out. And it's just every time Nghi gave me specific notes on what she wanted to change. Sometimes it got, not, this isn't a criticism, but sometimes it got like down to the line granular. You know, it's like that's how specific she wanted it to be. I was like, all right, cool. And then one thing that I think is invaluable about, on a little tangent here, one thing I think is invaluable about film school, because some people think that you don't need it. One thing I think, pro film school, you learn how to take criticism. Because when I came in, I couldn't take notes, and I was really bad. I was like, I did high school theater, and whenever my director gave me notes, like I was decommissioned for the rest of the day. I couldn't take it. But now I've built that up, and so now it's like, it's just business. So like you get those granular notes, and then it just like, you like, in the writer head's like, oh well, the other thing wasn't good enough. Well, it's not that, it's just that this is better. This is gonna work better for the vision. And so whenever Nghi comes with notes, she says there's a couple of things that I need to like pinpoint and change specifically, and then a good writer will do those notes and change, and then we'll have new things in the next draft. But what I like to do, a great writer, I think, goes the extra mile. So writers at home, if you get notes from your director that have a specific theme, go above and beyond and try to anticipate what they're gonna say next. And so I think that just comes with practice. That just comes with collaborating with someone over and over and over again. This was my second script with Nghi, so I kind of started to feel like, I think I know what she's gonna say next, so I'm gonna go ahead and do this. And then guess what? She doesn't even have to say it anymore. Like she doesn't say it, and so she's like, that was good. It's like, yeah, it is good because I knew what you wanted, and then I'm able to adapt my skill set to fit someone else's vision. I think that's an invaluable skill that every screenwriter needs to learn very early, and practice that.
Yeah. I now that Braydan talked about, I remember it now. I was like, there was so many notes, and we was in like a time crunch kind of thing, because I need the script locked before the winter starts, so that I can start on pre-production and production. I remember there was so many times I was like giving notes to Braydan, and I'm like, oh my god, he's probably not gonna like my notes because there's so much. And I tell you guys, I'm a director, and my style is I'm giving a lot of notes on the time, and it's always feel overwhelmed. And I always try to back in all the artists I'm collab with that this just sounds a lot, but let's just have a try, like, because I feel filmmaking is also experimenting. If you don't try that, you would not know, and especially beginning steps, you would not know if it works or not. It is gonna be a lot of back and, because maybe you tried it and then you figure out, oh, it's not good as to the last one. And there was sometimes like that with Braydan. But I totally agree with Braydan in another thing that he said, which is go above and beyond. I think that's what I get from the draft that you sent back to me after I giving you notes, is I feel like there's sometimes I'm really like,
how you say it, right, micromanaging, and I literally say, okay, this is how I think it should be, and then he, instead of just write what I think, he go more to like, how can I make these notes better, like how can make it work for the story and writing and then everything. And I think that's really good, and I think that's what I've never had with like working with other writers before, like not just following the mic notes but like fixing what's problem in mic notes also, which I think is so great. Like I think one of the reasons why we can do it in just a time crunch, and I think 6, I don't know, I think 6 draft is not that much. Is it?
That's kind of small for I've gone through 12 drafts of a script before, so I think that's pretty good, actually.
No, it's not bad.
Yeah, but before Braydan, there was like another 4 draft.
That's true. So it was like, I can't remember.
But we end up on like the 10 or the 11. I mean, the 11 is just changing the lights for the actor.
Yeah.
That's really awesome. That's really cool. Yeah. I hope people are taking notes at home.
This is all very important things that you
If
can
you're
be
not,
using in your careers.
Then
there's a pop quiz at the end of this video, and I really hope you aced it.
Yeah.
Okay.
If you fail, I show up in your room at about 1 in the morning, and with a knife. Or you know what, Braydan, you're from the South. Maybe a gun. I don't know. It's okay.
Oh my God.
I can't talk. I'm from Iowa.
You probably need to cut out that part if you want to.
No. If anything, we gotta like bass boost that part and repeat it over and over again. So they get the idea.
I've said worse. I think the worst thing I said was last week. But
well,
yeah. Awesome.
Stop talking about my thesis. Back to the script. Any questions? Interviewers.
Well, we got what we needed, I think, out of that fun side adventure.
Although technically, you never answered the question. Would you do the comedy part of that film?
You did have some time to think about it.
Mm-hmm.
It's so hard, guy. And then honestly, I need to be honest.
It's not hard. Here, let me clear it up for you.
Mm-hmm.
You can either do it
or not
and have fun, or lose 2 friends. I mean, it's that simple.
That's crazy.
Wow.
No, my feelings won't be hurt. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Okay. All right. Yeah.
My feelings.
It's not even about the script. If I need to be serious, because I think I did try comedy, guys. I swear.
Oh.
Okay, it was not even like comedy. It was like it was film 232, but for the audience not scared. It is kind of like the camera class that teach you about cameras, and we need to do like scenes from Forrest Gump. The very first scenes. Life is like a box of chocolates.
That's a classic project. That's a classic project.
He is.
Yep. And then I did try comedy in that one. It was a little bit stylized comedy. I tried doing that scenes again, but in Wes Anderson style.
Nice.
Okay. And you know, it was not a nightmare. I really like it at that time. But it becomes a nightmare later in my life when the professor repeating that for every student in that class. And it's like everyone's gonna come to me and they say, oh, I watched your film 2v2. And imagine like 10 years later when you become a really good filmmaker and people are gonna come to you, I watched your very first project in school. And I'm like, dang.
Hey, Nghi. I watched that.
Yeah,
project.
I did too.
I saw that.
I saw it when I took it for the graduate version.
It was good. I liked it.
Yeah.
I love me some Wes Anderson.
Yeah, it was
though.
really good,
Like,
yeah.
it's amazing.
That's really funny.
I think in order to even the playing field, I think Cole and I both have to say what we did for the same project. Cole, you first.
I'm on your other side for me, but well, see, I've done it twice. That's something that you two haven't. The first time, well, we can move on. The first day was fine. I didn't really change anything. The weather was cloudy, so the lighting was terrible. I didn't do a good job. But the second time was a treasure. And it was because Braydan screamed in my face for like 4 hours.
I fucking forgot that.
Yeah, you forgot about that detail.
I forgot about that. I forgot I was in it completely.
Yeah. So
What's going on here?
Yeah.
Wait.
So yeah.
So you gotta explain.
Yes. So the second time, same scene for both. It's the bench scene for Forrest Gump. He's talking about, you know, life's box of chocolate burrito, whatever. So the second time, SCAD had, not recently, they had finished their backlot, and I wanted to get in on that. And so I wrote this thing that was, I want to say, 2 pages long, and the rules were you had to keep like the dialogue the same, but you could change anything else. So I was like, all right, I want in this backlot. There is a like cafe, bakery, chocolate sweet store. Are you raising your hand to add something, or are you just?
I'm mirroring your.
You're
hand
mirroring.
motions.
Okay, gotcha. Yes. It's really distracting. Okay.
Okay, I'm sorry.
I feel
I'm sorry.
now I feel like I need to do it also because like 2 people are doing it, so I feel like I need to
I
do
like
it.
to use my hands sometimes. I don't know. I get I'm nervous. What? What was I saying? Oh, so yeah, there's a cafe, chocolate shop, yada yada yada, and so I thought it would be hilarious if the character was kind of just unstable in every way possible. And I was like, who do I know that could pull this off? And I'm at work, and I look, I believe, to my right, and Braydan is sitting right there. He's like on his laptop, like he's bored out of his mind. He's writing because we have nothing to do at work because it's like, I want to say like 6 or 7 p.m. one of those days, and the day's over at that point, and we're just kind of waiting to leave. So I look over, and I'm just like, how do you feel about like yelling for a few hours? And so he plays this like psychotic version of Forrest Gump who stumbles into this chocolate store, and I'm the cashier, just like, what is happening? And he says all of his lines like he's high on all of the drugs.
Yeah.
And I think you even like you scratch and stuff too, like. And you hike your leg up to show me your shoes, and eventually I think I think I throw you out of the store at the end.
Yeah, you do.
You throw him out the store.
Yeah, Cole throws me out of the store.
I think I stuck it on my official like film YouTube channel. I don't know if I did or not, but
Nice.
I remember it was just
Wow.
It was so much fun. It was so great. But I played it in class, and the entire class laughed at it. So we did good.
That's a killer. That's what
Okay,
you want.
so I think now that Cole say about, I think I figured out a part of myself. Like I figure out why I cannot do comedy, or why I'm not really good at comedy. It's because I don't know that it's funny for people. It's normal for me, guys. Like,
what?
I live a comedy life, and my character is a comedy character. So the thing is, like, I think in comedies, the character doesn't really know that they're funny. The audience know. The director knows.
but the character doesn't know that they're funny, and that's what makes it funny, right? Because if you make a joke and then you laugh, probably not any audience gonna laugh about it.
Yeah.
So I think the thing about me that I cannot direct a comedy is I absolutely don't know what is fun. Like I think people laugh and I'm gonna laugh, but I think that is also my usual way of interacting with life.
You've put an idea in my head.
Oh God. Well, I didn't get the implant. I didn't get the.
I don't.
The
here's the
Bluetooth,
thing.
so you gotta tell
here's
it now.
a major flaw I have is I don't always know the difference between an intrusive thought and a regular thought. So sometimes I say things and it just it's not a great idea. But I'm gonna say this: what if we Truman showed Nghi?
No, that's gonna happen.
Because
When it's
like
like
the slightest thing will go wrong and she'll go.
I used to be like that.
You
Still
can't
do it now, but
Yeah,
No,
okay,
you
good.
can't
Yeah,
say
good. I was gonna say used to be. You better not have changed. That's the best part of you.
I still do it, but less.
No,
'Cause,
no, amplify it. Make it more.
Amplify.
That's your
it.
best personality trait is when you go like.
No, I still do it, but less.
Yeah. Oh man. Yeah.
No, but that's so good, like guys. Like sometimes when you just want to say something, but you don't want to say anything that make context, you just make sound.
Yeah.
Do you yeah?
Yeah, cause like
Yeah.
I'll
And
kick
like,
something and I'll go
blah,
like
blah, blah, blah,
shit. You kick something and it's like nah. And then it's just better. It's just I'm not doing an
that is-
accurate impression of it, but it is kind of like in that room. Yeah.
Yeah.
You're more family friendly than I am.
Really friendly.
A PG edition, edited
Yeah.
for TV.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh man. Yeah. Let's
Okay.
see. 804.
But that's a lot of laughs.
Yes. Okay. Ignore. Okay. I have a question.
I didn't even
Yeah,
have to say what my 232 was.
Oh,
I got
yeah.
out of that.
Oh no, you do now. Yeah, go ahead.
All right, yeah, I think it's fair.
Mhm.
My 232 was okay. I'll give some context for my idea. My dad always wanted to be an actor when he was a kid. So, fast forward to me in film school, and I have this project. And coincidentally, when I was getting ready to film, my dad was gonna come up to Savannah to see me. So, I was like, "Dad, will you be in my film with me?" And so obviously he said yes. So basically the concept of my Forrest Gump scene is a father dropping his son off at college for his first year, and his son is already feeling homesick. So the father decides that he's gonna cheer up his son by taking this old like hand sewn stuffed animal that I imagine this kid has had for his entire life, and does like a silly, goofy, like stuffed animal voice to like play around to make the college age son feel happy. It doesn't go well, but then so like he does all like the Forrest Gump lines as like the stuffed animal, but basically like then I like throw the stuffed animal out like I'm not about this, and so the dad just like somberly like walks away. And then right before it ends, I run out and give my dad a big hug, and that's how it ends.
Yay, that's awesome.
So it's like a
dude.
comedy
Sounds
drama kind of
great.
deal. Yeah,
That's like a drama,
yeah, we had a
it's
fun time
fun.
making it.
Yeah. I bet
Yeah.
that probably got emotional, honestly, because if it's you
Yeah,
and your
it
dad,
was.
yeah.
hmm
That's so
And he
cool.
killed it. He was pretty good. I gotta say, if you ever need a middle-aged white guy to act in your stuff, call my dad. He's got it.
Wow, that's most of my films, I've just realized. That's not good. I don't know. I always forget that you were, excuse me, a film major before a writing major. So it's always
Yeah,
interesting
I didn't know.
to
No,
see.
I just know it right now.
It's
Mhm.
always
Oh,
interesting
you're
to
learning
see
that for the first time. Yeah.
that you go.
I came into
Yeah.
I came into SCAD as everyone else who wanted to be a writer and director, but then I was just like, you know what? I spent a couple quarters on set, and I'm like, nah, I'm good.
Yeah.
I like to stay in my room and just write. That's more fun.
Yeah. That's awesome. Very, very cool. What time is it? 8:07. We started? Okay.
How long is this YouTube thingy? Is it like
So normal
is it like
episodes.
a feature film, or is it like a documentary, a TV series? How?
So it's
You
usually
describe it. Cool.
it's usually about, well, episode 1 was kind of an exception. We spent a good 2
Yeah.
hours on that script, which is what we've read today. But
Mhm.
it's essentially we take,
Ooh.
well, we come up with ideas ahead of time, and we come to this setting. We present our ideas, and if we can't choose, we get the wheel.
The wheel
which-
makes us
the-
decide what
yep, the-
script idea to do.
Yep, the wheel will pick. We will write it in its entirety, whether that's in one episode or over the course of 2. And on average, it's around an hour and a half long. But this is a different kind of episode, so
We can spend as long or as little time
Mhm.
as we want.
yeah. Although
Keep
that
thinking
does.
about the monster.
Huh?
Like the monster is stuck in my head now. The idea of the monster is stuck in my head.
She's gonna make this film.
This is good. We're planting the seeds.
Yeah.
Well, the thing is, I did make a film about the monster already. Oh, well, it was my film 100 plus. It was a
Oh
monster.
yeah.
But it was not.
Yeah.
Why you guys say? Oh yeah. Did you guys watch it?
Did you not show this to us?
I thought you showed
I
this.
feel like
No,
I
I don't.
remember
You
this.
showed me. Let's see. You showed me the homeless man, the directing the narrative one. You showed me. I think. Yeah, the film 100. Yeah, because in the bedroom. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, you guys
I remember
watch
this
it.
too.
Yeah, you showed your website that day.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, so
You can
I
still
think
talk
there's no
about
more
it, though.
excuses. So she
Okay,
already.
I'm gonna take it off my website, guys. So you guys have me to watch.
Oh come
Yeah.
on!
What?
I'm gonna take it off.
Bullshit.
But that's like one of. Well, they're all great though. Like they're all. Like. I know a lot
Some
of people.
films you need to bury it on
Oh,
the ground.
no.
Like,
No,
yeah.
Nee, that's a
No, no,
really
no,
good
no,
one.
no.
That's a really good one. Oh
No.
my
If you-
gosh.
I
If you
swear,
take it
like,
off-
even Quentin. Yeah,
If you,
go
I'm
ahead.
gonna find it and post it on
And
YouTube
re-upload
so
it?
everyone can see it.
We'll
It's gonna
re-upload it
upload
on
to
this channel.
It's gonna be linked at the top of the channel so everyone can see it.
Yeah. I know a lot of people at SCAD. Nee is one of the like best of the best in terms of filmmaking and ideas
No,
that I've
they-
seen.
Mhm.
But yeah,
They just like making.
Nee, there was one about a dog engaging in some very, very scary activity. So let's just not even.
Oh,
We
I
don't.
think
We don't
I
talk.
think we need to talk
we
about that in a future episode.
Yeah, we'll tell that story if we bring Nee back, maybe.
Okay. Do that without me, because I don't want to bash other.
Okay.
It's
Cool.
not. Okay.
It's not bashing. I don't know. Okay, so I do have a question. Would you, and I haven't discussed this with Braydan yet, but I imagine he would be thrilled. Would you be
I
willing
imagine.
to do like a writing episode with us? You don't have to.
Yeah.
Wow, that's. You invite me for a writing episode.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In
you
the
can
near
come
future.
with your own silly idea, and then we can all work on it together.
Wow, that's crazy. I mean, if I have time, I would love to.
Okay. Cool.
That's all we need.
Yeah, we've got. I think.
Yes,
Yeah, we got the
the
next. Like,
time is
2 weeks.
all about the time.
yeah, we got the next 2 weeks kind of planned for what we're gonna do. But if you come up with some ideas and you want to come back on and do a writing thing, and hang out with us in the writers' room.
I'm scared.
Oh, it's not scary.
What are you scared of? You just have to deal with my brain and his brain and.
Oh, I'm scared of writing, guys. I don't know how it goes. Like every time I write,
And
I have
this-
my own zone, and
and-
it's like,
This is why it will be so fun.
Yeah.
We all get to learn each processes.
Plus, I
and work
screw up.
together.
I screw up in writing, and Brayden just catches me and fixes it real quick. Because he's a writing major and I'm not.
But the important thing is that we have fun.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
fun. I mean,
I
that's
think
what
as Brayden said, I think that's also good because I'm so scared of writing, right? Like
Yeah.
I shouldn't be like that.
And maybe
Yeah.
you'll learn a thing or two from.
Maybe I learned something.
We'll all learn something.
Yeah, I've learned something.
By
every
design,
episode.
I'm going to make sure we learn something by the end of the episode.
Maybe
Yeah.
not comedy, guys. I would love to join a drama.
We can expand our horizons.
Yeah.
About time.
Absolutely, yeah. Cool.
Oh, the question is. Maybe I'm gonna regret saying that later.
You don't want to hang out with us? What do you mean?
I want to hang out with you. Be on an episode to write something live is a scary idea for me.
Yeah.
We'll make sure it's as simple as can be.
Yeah. If it's.
Or maybe if I can dress like a minion in that episode, I think it's gonna be less scary.
It has to be
I
like the
think
one-eye
I think we
goggle though.
I think we all need to dress up as a minion for that episode.
Okay, and then we're gonna drive drama.
And then we're gonna
No
sit down to
comedy.
write.
Guys, I don't own any yellow. Oh wait. All right, there.
Hey, there we go. Alright, he's already set up.
Yeah.
Or maybe it's just gonna be like I'm gonna be like this.
Yes, dude.
Alright,
Yes.
yeah. We
Here, I'll just be like this.
Yeah,
Yeah. just
and he's
do that.
actually holding like a pencil, so it's good.
Yeah.
I can be this guy, I guess. Whoever this
Yeah.
fucker is.
Yeah.
I'll be this guy.
Awesome. Cool.
I even have a book.
Oh my gosh. Yes, dude. Cool.
Yeah.
All right. Well,
Okay.
I don't
Wow.
have anything else. I don't believe. Brayden, do you have anything you would like to add?
Nee, would you like to have any closing remarks to our audience? You have the floor.
Oh, what was that? I have no idea what this episode's about. Like we start from your script and then we turn to my thesis and we talk about Forrest Gump and we talk about Film 100. That's a lot. So I hope that the audience hearing this, they're gonna get something. Or else, have fun with it. Like filmmaking, have fun, experimenting. And actually, if you guys need any help in filmmaking in general, I would love to help. If you need me, you can email me or something, contact me. Because I feel like what young filmmakers need is support, which we don't have much when the time that we writing our script or pre-production or production. We always need feedback and notes from people to improve. So, yeah, I guess that's my closing for the episode.
Yay! Woo!
And thank you for having me, guys. I don't
Yeah.
know if I did well or not.
Oh, I think it was
so
great.
much
You
Thank-
did
for having me.
fantastic.
Thank you so much for coming on. I think
So-
we all had a great time.
Yeah, I guess we'll tell the people bye, and then I'll stop recording, and then I'll slave away at the desk some more.
All right.
Bye.
See you, everybody.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
Bye-bye.